Good afternoon. We're here today to have a look at what some of you might consider a rather unusual instrument, and that's an 8-string ukulele. But in fact it's not that unusual, because if you want to read up on a little bit of guitar history, you'll find that the first inception of the guitar was an instrument very similar to this. It was called the 4-course guitar, because in those days a course was a pair of strings, a doubling of the strings, either in unison or in octaves. And of course in those days they had gut strings and push-in pegs, and we won't needn't go into the comparison of the style of guitar and the shape it was, and etc, etc, because we're here to look at a modern affirmation of that original design. And while we're up in that neck of the woods, let's just look at those superb rotomatic tuners with exotic wooden buttons on them. And while we're also there, have a look at the fact that this is carved out of all one solid piece of wood. No scarf joints there. It's made of solid wood, sapele mahogany, which is what generally is called the streaky kind. And as you see, it's got a very attractive grain, and it's got what we call flower in a few places. Can you see that? That's rather attractive, isn't it? And as I say, this is made of solid wood, which means you're going to get the best of tone out of it right from the onset, and it's just going to get better as it gets older. Now, while we're looking at this back end of it, you see, actually it's got something missing when it comes to modern design, because it's missing a strap button, and it's missing one there, because nowadays I don't think I could play without a strap. It's become a third hand to me, and the idea of sitting here with this on my knee and gripping it for all I'm worth really detracts from playing the ukulele or any stringed instrument, in fact, in a relaxed fashion. I don't want to feel as if I have to grip it all the time to control it. But that's what I'm going to have to do today. But if I was going to keep this for my own use, the first thing I'll do is fit strap buttons to it, or have somebody fit strap buttons. Who knows what he's doing. Now, the thing that a lot of people don't do nowadays, who even go to the point of buying an 8-string ukulele, is they just strum it. As if they're strumming any old mundane ukulele. And of course, the only advantage that that's going to give you is a ukulele that's twice as loud and probably twice as mushy as well, because nobody seems to want to make the benefit out of these beautiful clear tones that these octaves give you. And to do that, I'm using a thumb pick, which gives me a double benefit, because I can not only pick out the notes I want to play a bit of melody, but I can leave my fingers free to strum their chords. Now, the only disadvantage this has is that if you play a long passage of melody, the bottom drops out the rhythm. So to make a good job of this, it's usually nice to have a friend who plays a second instrument for you and keeps the rhythm going while you want to play the melody. This is all superficial to the instrument. I'm just making excuses for what's going to happen when I try and play this next tune for you. Because these double-strung instruments, these double-strung guitars, diminutive guitars shall we call them, all over Mexico and South America, they exist with different names, such as Harana, Jarocho and things like that. So I'm going to, just to show it off, I'm going to try to play a little bit of something Mexican-y. And I say something Mexican-y because it's not an actual Mexican song. It's written by an Irishman. It's a nice little thing that shows it off, if I can do it justice. So we're going to play you out with South of the Border, Down Mexican Way. Down Mexico way. Sorry for that. South of the border, down Mexico way. That's where I fell in love with stars above, came out to play. And now as I wander, my heart ever strays south of the border, down Mexico way. She was a picture in old Spanish lace, and for a tender while I kissed the smile upon her face, for it was fiesta, and we were so gay, south of the border, down Mexico way. And she smiled as she whispered mañana, never dreaming that we were parting. But I lied as I whispered mañana, for our tomorrows never came. South of the border, I rode back one day. There in a veil of white by candlelight, she knelt to pray, and the mission bell told me I mustn't stay south of the border, down Mexico